Hello viewers, and welcome back to another great day, and we are going to learn something different today as we learned about the introduction to S64 DBG and DIE, that is Detect It Easy. So today we are just going to learn on lesson 3, which is lesson 2 rather, yeah, setting up your Kraken workspace and workflow. That is where today we are going to concentrate on. So as last previous, so we just did introduction to SDB, where I showed you how to download the applications, and today I'm going to show you how to install them, and when you face some problem, how to search and try to solve that issue. So without wasting much of time, let's get started. So back to today's tutorial, as I show you, we are going to learn setting up your Kraken workspace and workflow. So I minimize this, then we head straight to our Windows system. I told you we are going to use the our Windows operating system because it's largely used by people, and that is what this SDGB64 was made for. So as you could see, it's an open source. An open source means it's free, you can download and use it. When it's paid version, you could see to not be an open source anymore. You'll be seeing the pricing here when you start to buy or purchase the application or the software. By this time, the programmers made it an open source, which means everybody is open to source out this program and use it on its own. Just that you follow the terms and conditions with the application. Now let's switch to Windows, and in this tutorial I'm using Windows 7. You can use Windows 8, any type of Windows you are familiar with, the version you can use it, but I'm using Windows 7 for this tutorial sake. So let me switch to my Windows. Okay, I have my VirtualBox launch here. Perfect. They say you may be victim of this software counterfeiting. I'm not counterfeiting any of your program. It's just a VirtualBox application which is running Windows 7, right? Let me try to maximize it so that we get into the tutorial very well, and I'll show you some stuff. I don't know why it's not trying to. Let's see what happened. No, I think it should change its mode a bit. Wait, what is happening? Okay, let me try to maximize it, and now I can switch. Boom, and perfect. This is what I was looking for all this while. So what we're going to do today is installation, right? So I have my folder here on my Windows 7 desktop, which I've labeled as software Kraken tools. So these are the tools you're going to use in Kraken these applications and software along the road. Now in this folder I have the DIE. You see, I downloaded two versions, the DIE Windows 32 and 64, and this one, don't mind it, we'll be using it in our next lesson. These are the application. I'll leave that in the link below in the next lesson so that you can download, so you practice along. So these are software we are going to practice with. The first one is a Mexican. It was made up by one programmer, and we are going to see how to crack that software. And this software is a crackme.exe. This is a GUI, the graphical user interface version, and this is a command line version, which is run on DOS or Windows, Windows DOS. So this is command line and this is graphical user interface. You're going to learn how to crack all those applications. Now the first thing you're going to do is to open what you downloaded. That was this XGB. You download and you see something like this snapshot. I have it here as a zip and I extracted it. So when you open it, you just open release. Okay, then after you open release, you launch the program. Now, the first time you launch the program, you're going to face some errors. When your Windows is a new operating system being installed on your machine, you're going to face an error like this. Let me show you that error that will pop up. You're going to face this error, which is the program can't start because API MS Win control runtime 1210 DL is missing. So when this is, all you need to do is to copy all these error you face and paste it in Google. So you can just copy and go to Google, open a new tab, search for Google. Hope Google open this time around without no slow internet problem. Okay, so now you can paste that error here and boom, you see this first link, which is www.ghacks.net. It is going to show you the process to solve that issue. So it is going to allow you to download some application to be installed in Windows so that you'll be able to run the hot application. So I've already done that. I've solved my own problem, so you too, you can just do what I just did and try to solve the problem and continue from there. So this is what you're going to see, that is STBG. Because I'm running on 32-bit OS, that is Windows 7 is running on 32-bit OS, you could see the STB64 is what's running 32 version. So if your operating system is 64-bit, it will change to 64-bit as I show you through installation. So I have mine here set up, or you can just run it from the folder where you extracted from. That one is okay. And the second one, as I told you, which was detect easy DIE, that is die. I also run 32 version, which I've made a shortcut on my desktop. So when I go to Windows 32 portable, this is the application. I've moved it to the desktop to create a shortcut. So it's as simple as that. So what we're going to do next is, let me open the application, because today we are going to look at the environment of this all application and what each and every one does. Okay, so first thing is, let me open these two applications. Let me open this one first. Let's wait for some time, it will get open. Then we can also launch this one too. Let's wait for a while. Both of them will open. It'll take something. I think one is already perfect. So S32DBG or S64DBG has already been launched. This is it. So I'm still waiting for the VIA to be open. Perfect, that started working. So let me try to open it. Perfect, it's not responding, but it will respond soon. Now this is the interface of DIE. Okay, this is the interface of DIE. Now I'm going to do something for you to see. You could see here the base address. Anytime a program is run, it always run into memory. So when you're going to crack a program, first you need to know the base address, and also the base address. With this base address, you can calculate for the hot entry point, which I'm going to show you that in our next lesson. So anytime you load a program or application into this detect it easy, is going to show you its base address, which is the base in which this application, anytime you download the program from the internet, you run it on your machine, this program goes into memory for it to be temporary use. So you see, sometime when you launch your Microsoft Operate like Word, after some time you just close it and exit your window. So the moment you launch this Microsoft operating system, it goes into memory, that is the computer memory, which works with zeros and ones and some other codes, so that to be able to process your program for it to be displayed on the screen for you to use. So this base address, based on this base address, we can calculate for our entry point, and that is where, when you know the entry point of any application, that is where you start cracking the software or any application. So this is the base address. We have the entry here, and we are not seeing some windows here, which I'm going to show you in the next lesson. When I import one of application into the software, I'm going to show you what it means, because there we are going to do depth analysis on that program to be able to detect or calculate for our entry point, and you match that entry point to the entry point in this software, which is SDBG or S32DBG, because I'm using 32-bit operating system. It's recognized as 32DBG. So what we're going to do is, after we've known the entry point, we will also check for the entry point in this application, and we start cracking the application in this software. So this is the main application for cracking the software, and this is kind of a backup for you to do analysis of the software before you bring it here to do it what cracking, or start the cracking process of the application. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to explain something here to you. So here is always the graphical user interface. This panel here is graphical user interface of the application. We see what goes there, and this panel will always show you quite some memory addresses, in which any application, when it's run, it goes into the computer memory, as I show you. So this place is the panel for the memory addresses that is assigned to this application, and what it runs through when any application is run on the operating system. And here we are going to see what we call the opcode or the machine code. As I told you, machines always read ones and zeros in binaries. Okay, so all the codes you're going to see here to be in ones and zero, but it will be written by a hexadecimal. Okay, it will not just be 101010 as it says. It will always convert itself to what a hexadecimal point, so that you'll be able to know what is happening. And here you could see what we call the assembly code, which is the human language or the human code, where instead of the computer popping up with ones and zeros, because we human, we don't understand ones zeros. When a computer runs an application and it brings ones and zeros, we are not going to know what it means. So it processes it and bring it as a human code or the assembly machine code, so that we as humans we are able to read. That's why I can read some text message on a software. All those are encoded with ones and zeros, but it's being converted, as I told you, as a decimal to be assembled like here, so that you'll be able to read. And here's the comments. That is through these comments here you could see that anytime you run application, it will ask you are using a trial period or your software has been expired, and a whole lot. So we will launch one application. I'll show you what all. And this place is where the registry is. So anytime you run application, it goes into the computer registry, and in at this registry you're going to see some EAXEB, a whole lot of code, which I'm going to explain in upcoming lessons for you to know what the E will be standing for, and a whole lot. And here we will be running, here will be some stack. The stack is kind of a compartmentality way where anytime is kind of a supporting stuff to this registry, where by this place the stacks always changes. When the program is running, it keeps changing. It's not a static thing, it's a dynamic stack, so it keeps what's changing. Okay, so actually this is what you need to know about this application. So here is the tabs where you could see the stop, you could see restart program, close the program, run a program, pause a program. You see all these functions. We'll be using some of them in this tutorial for you to understand the in-depth of what we're going to do throughout this course. So this actually brings us to this second lesson, that is setting up your Kraken workspace and workflow. So looking at all these, you could see that you'll be able to do a whole lot of stuff, and I think this will be a nice start for you, so that you not be able to get lost. But always remember, anytime you run your first application, that is the SDBG or D, and you find out with this error, all you need to do is to copy it, send it to Google, look for it, and look at the steps and know how to solve it. I know you're going to download some quite impressive softwares like this, which is Visual C Redistribute. Let me show you the name here. It's called the 2017 Microsoft Visual C++. You need to download that one, and I think this one is 2015. You need to download 2015 and 2017 and install it, and I think the error will be gone, so that you'll be able to run your application and follow along this program. And in the next day, I'm going to share a link for this Crack Me and the command line interface, because that is what we are going to do in the next lesson, to show you how all the software, how it was programmed, the software they use, some programs they used to link the application, the base address of a software, and also know how to calculate for the entry point of any application, so that we're able to crack that software. Okay, so this brings us to the end of setting up our working space and environment for cracking. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and see you in the next lesson, where we are going to learn the debugger, which is this one, or the deassembler. Debugger basics. I'm going to show you the basics. So we'll be launching the application to detect IA, to show some information before we run the application in S32 DBG or S64 to know what is happening, and the background of any time an application run, and from there we start doing some great stuff, and we start cracking softwares live for you to see what is happening. So enjoy your day, take care, and stay safe. Goodbye. I'm still your co-instructor, Dr. Don. You can call me Mexi. Take care.